Hi everyone, welcome to N475, Nursing Leadership and Management. I just want to kind of give you a brief orientation to the course. As soon as you click on the icon, and first of all I want to say too, there is a clinical portion to this course, so you will have a clinical Blackboard site by Miss England, and then also you will have your lecture Blackboard site. So you will see two Blackboard sites pop up. Just make sure whenever you submit your assignments for either one that you're submitting it to the correct Blackboard site. So just looking here, all the tabs you will see will be on your left hand side of your lecture Blackboard site. I have pretty well every week by week laid out for you, so that should be pretty self-explanatory. Go into faculty. Here is the faculty that I'll be teaching this semester. Here is also my office number. Here is the email to get a hold of me. I am located on the Jasper campus building. So even if you live in Vincent, you can always email me, give me a call, and if we need to have a phone conference or if I need to actually come physically see you, that is fine too. So just let me know what your needs are. Looking at the syllabus and schedule, I have the nursing handbook from 2016-2017 school year here as well. And then here's the syllabus, which we'll go over in just a moment. Leadership conference tab. Here is your discussion boards. They are also in your weekly tabs as well, or you can get a list of all of them. Some people like to work ahead, or however works best for you. I have them all listed here. Also, here is your PowerPoints for all of the chapters in the book that we'll be going over. Again, I have them in the weeklies as well. So just whatever, again, if some people utilize these, some people don't, so whatever works best for you. So looking at our syllabus and schedule, this is a 4 credit hour course. Again, 3.5 of that is lecture hours, 0.5 is contact or your clinical hours. Here is your course description and your course outcomes. These are what we expect through the learning activities for you to meet at the end of the semester. Here's your course assessment strategies. There's a total of 700 points in the course. Just coming to the orientation, the first week of class you automatically get 35 points. We do have orientation quiz that you'll see on the schedule and we posted on week 1. There is 5 discussion boards. We also have quizzes in this course. There's 5 quizzes at 20 points each over the chapter, your assigned chapters to read. We do a draft and peer review, building teams paper, PowerPoint, your PowerPoint peer response, and then your last paper, your conflict resolution paper. Here is our grading scale, and also remember that we do not round. So whatever, if you get a 91.8, that's an A- in the course. Our editions of the book, Yoder and Wise, we're on the 6th edition. If you do have older editions, the page numbers and the chapters may be a little different, but I'm okay with you using a used book. That's fine. You still have to kind of adapt to the syllabus. Here again is the rest of our course policies. Here is your course calendar. Again, for this spring 2017, your orientation will be January 9th or January 12th. Again, attendance is mandatory. You get 35 points just for coming. You should have your schedule when you should be here as well. Also, we want to make sure you're watching this video this week, orientation, and read chapters 1 and 2. You do have orientation quiz, it's 5 points, and the quiz will be over the syllabus. So just making sure that you understand how many peers you have to respond to for each discussion board, and just making sure you understand the content that's listed in your syllabus so you know what is expected of you. So please be sure to look at these due dates. Most of them are Monday. And whenever I have a discussion board number 1, it's due January 23rd, that means your peer response. That means your posting and your 2 peer responses are all due January 23rd. So making sure that that's clear as well. Your first draft of your paper is due on February 20th of your team building paper. So just kind of make mental note, put on your calendar of that. We do have a spring break in here. And then the rest of your assignments are pretty self-explanatory. Your last assignment here, your clinical summary of fieldwork activities, is discussion board number 5. Basically, you're going to, after you can do this discussion board anytime after you have completed your clinical. So you do not have to wait till the last week to do this. But of course, if that's when you finish your clinical, that's when you will complete the assignment. So after you have completed your fieldwork activities, your clinical, then you will complete this discussion board, and also there's a clinical survey on my site, on the lecture Blackboard site. So those all need to be completed for the lecture portion of this course. Here is a little bit of clinical information. Ms. England will go more in detail with that. Or if you have any questions, please speak with her regarding this. And again, in the directions as well, it does tell you to, it says discussion board 7, but this is actually discussion board 5. I had changed the numbering on those. So just know that's your last discussion boards. It'll, you'll complete for the clinical portion. And here's your clinical log that you will fill out for your clinical experiences. Blackboard postings grading rubric with the peer response. Again, make sure that your original post, your name is discussion board week number. That way, whenever I go back into grades or grade your peer response, I know exactly who you have, whose peers discussion board you have responded to. Make sure provide support from the literature as appropriate. So if I say that you need to provide an evidence-based research article, make sure that's included in your post. Make sure you have a conclusion on your discussion boards. And then you're going to comment on 2 other students posting for the week. And again, your discussion boards are all worth 40 points. Your peer review guidelines, you're going to submit your first draft to the discussion boards that's assigned for that specific peer review. Make sure you title your discussion board as your first name, last name, and then put first draft behind that. That way, whenever your assigned peer goes in to critique your paper or to go find that, it's very easy for them to find. I will make a list of who is grading each other's, and I will post that in the weekly assignments, and I'll let you know when I post that. Usually I wait till a couple weeks into the semester to make sure who is going to stay in the course and who's decided to take a different class or to drop the class. So I kind of wait to probably about week 3 or 4, and then I'll post that list as well. Again, this is worth 10 points of you just posting your first draft, making sure that it's on time and that enough information is in your paper that your peer can properly critique your paper. Your peer review is worth 20 points, making sure that you have given them good information on the clarity, their flow of the paper, their APA, their grammar. So making sure that you actually give them a quality feedback. Your building teams paper is your first paper that you will do in this course, and here is the outcomes that we are meeting with this paper, just so you know that we're just not constructing this assignment just to make an assignment. There are certain outcomes that we need to meet for the course. And here is your rubric. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's 3 to 4 pages. You have introduction, challenges to team building, and that could be thinking about working with the people you currently work with on your place of employment, or if you want to think in general, just what are the challenges to working with a team. And then make sure you kind of take a little bit of time because you're going to interview a team member, and that can be anyone on your units that you work with. Maybe you work on a committee and you want to interview a person there, just someone that you work with in a team somehow. And there's a specific questions that you will ask them, and then I want you to put that in a paragraph form, their responses, so you can summarize their responses and put it in a professional paragraph form. And then here's the rest of the rubric. From your building teams paper, you'll create a PowerPoint, and here again is your rubric. I don't have a maximum slide of 15 slides, but make sure there's audio on each slide. Include a title, PowerPoints, a summary statement for the content of the topic, and the reference slide as well. And so make sure all of your body is of presentation is in your PowerPoint. your last conflict resolution paper, your last assignment, there is an alternative assignment. So you can either complete the conflict resolution paper or you can attend the annual leadership conference that USI puts on every year in the spring. It is on Wednesday, April 5th, 2017. From time is, it's 8 o'clock our time to 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. So depending on what time you're on, it could be 9 to later. So just make sure that you understand that it is Central Standard Time for that. I don't have the agenda, they have not released that yet, or the conference fee. Usually it's about $15 to go because you're considered an undergraduate student, so they give you a really good discount. So again, just look at your work schedule, look at your schedule in general, and if this fits for you, I really strongly encourage students to attend. Every year, this majority of students do go to this. They get a lot out of it. I think originally a lot of people go just to get out of a paper, but they really get a lot of good information and good skills that they learn at the conference. So I really encourage, if you can, to make this trip to Evansville and go to the conference. You need to let me know by March 27th which activity you'll be completing. Are you going to go to the USI conference, or are you going to complete your conflict resolution paper? And then if you do complete the paper, here is your rubric for that as well. And again, if you have any questions this semester, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help you. I usually respond to emails within 24 to 48 hours. And usually it's even quicker than that. I try to do my best to get back with you. And everyone has work schedules and just life in general, so we try to do our best to get back with you guys. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Again, just look at your weeklies every week, and I usually have it on yours. It's in your syllabus, your weekly assignments, and also I put it on here on your each week as well. So just stay on top of your assignments and let me know if you have any questions or any difficulty.